You're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again, okay?
So yesterday during my live stream, we had one of the biggest fails on the channel so far. On a live stream in front of people for them to laugh at me. Andy heard my real voice. I set up a new microphone so I could talk to chat while I don't have to talk to the scammer, but there was a problem. I didn't test it enough before I tried it. But thanks to Andy's stupidity, we recovered nicely. After that small mishap, we were still able to get a bank account. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Follow me on twitch.tv/Scammer Takeout, join the Discord using the link in the description, and hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. I also want to announce an achievement from my team, but that'll be a little bit later down the road before I can fully talk about it. Let's get into the video. Enjoy.
Hello.
Alice?
Hey, Andy. Hey,
What's up?
Ghost is in jail.
Ghost, what happened?
Ghost is in jail. I had the police monitor my calls when he called.
Oh, you did?
Yes, he's in jail.
Okay, so what I also want to let you know, sweetie, that he's been watching you through your computer. So what I want you to do, I want you to go to your computer and shut it down.
Oh, my computer's off. It's off. I had the police go through everything.
I don't, not that. I mean the laptop, you're going to shut the screen down. You're going to close the laptop.
Yes, it's off.
Is it locked up?
Yeah, it's dead. The police went through everything. They went through my phone, they went through the computer, and then they monitored the phone call and they found him.
Okay, so did they hear Mr. Ghost talk?
Yes.
Okay, so you brought the phone to them when he was on it.
No, they came to my house.
Okay, that's wonderful. So I've been trying to call the number, but it's not ringing. I'm not sure why your number is not ringing.
It may have been during the investigation. When that investigation was going on with ghosts, I could not do anything. I was not allowed.
Okay, sweetie, not a problem. All right, so when was the last time that you checked your Bank of America?
I don't know. That's been a while.
All right, and the last time you've checked your Bank of America, how much funds did you have there?
65,000.
Wonderful.
Something like that. I have
And
not
your
checked
case?
that in I don't want to turn the computer on.
No, don't turn the computer on. That's okay. And what is the amount that you had in Chase?
Chase was maybe around 10,000 in my checking.
Okay, because you know what happened? The deposit that you made the other day, it seems like Ghost messed it up again. So you'd have to go to the bank and let them know you want that money to be returned.
He's a bad man, you know that.
He is, and I'm telling you, if I ever get a hold of him, he's not going to like it. And you said the police told you that they got him?
Yes. Yes, he was in, what's that country? With,
Was it Nigeria or Africa?
It was Africa. It wasn't Nigeria, though. What was that?
But it was Africa.
Yes, they had Interpol get involved. That man has stolen millions from people.
Yes, he have. And I'm really glad that that has been taken care of. However, so you remember I was telling you about the meeting with Merchant Banker so you could make the payment?
Yes, I remember.
All right. And
Hey,
you
give
said
me
you have
1 second.
Okay, sweetie, take your time. What are you going to do?
I need to answer this phone call. It's my sister calling.
Okay.
All
Do
right,
that.
hold on.
He's gonna want me to verify my address again, so I got to get this pulled up.
What happened to the flip phone?
The only phone I'm using right now is this one. Just because the police went through and they made sure that everything was safe.
Oh, so they made sure everything was safe on this one.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so I think you're the only one that's going to be able to call me because your phone's not ringing from my end. Probably that's what the officers did to protect you, but that's okay.
Well, how do I change that? Can I change that?
Well, I don't think so. But if that's what they did to protect you, I think you should let it stay.
Yeah, I'll call them later and ask them.
What I'd like you to do now, sweetie,
Thank you for calling support this side, Adam. How can I help you?
Hey, Adam. It's Raj. What's going on?
What happened, sir?
I don't know. We didn't get an envelope this month from you guys. You didn't pay your scam tax.
Oh, I will pay you, sir. Sorry for that.
Yeah, I don't want to have to hunt you down. You're going to end up in the back of a rickshaw with broken kneecaps.
Don't need to worry, sir. I will pay you tax, okay?
Okay, I'll give you another week, but you're paying big.
All right, sir. Can you please send your mom? Then I will pay all taxes.
Well, listen, you wanna scam people and play around, that's fine, but you got to pay. You got to kick up.
Oh, sir, don't need to worry. I will pay all the taxes, but can you please send me your mom here? I want to fuck.
I don't know. She's pretty popular over there. A lot of scammers have been with my mom, it seems.
Oh, really? mom name? Can you please tell me?
Anushka Patel?
What? Oh, who is she?
मेरा नाम राज पटेल है. That's my mom, Gandu. और आप तुम्हारा असली नाम क्या है?
Oh, really, Anushka Patel, right?
You got to pay your tax, regardless of your fantasies about my mom. You have to pay your tax.
So don't need to worry. I will pay all the taxes, okay? But can you please tell me your name first?
मेरा नाम Raj Patel है.
Oh, your name is Raj Patel. Okay,
Yes.
all right.
Right. I work for
Good
this
name.
side Samir. Don Samir wants his money.
Oh, okay. Oh, can you please give me your mother's number? Or your girlfriend's number? Oh, sir, can you please do one thing for me?
I'll do two things for you. You're a good guy.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, sir, then go outside, okay, and buy 10 gift cards.
Yeah, you love the gift cards, right?
Right, yes, sir, I love.
Yeah.
If you give me $5,000, then I will give you all information.
Yeah, $5,000? Yeah, you're not going to make that in 1 hour, Gandu. Nobody is. You got to work hard. Kya kaha?
Asshole.
Oh, you're so upset. You're so angry.
Asshole.
Next.
Thank you for calling. How can I help you?
Hey, listen to me. I've called you several times in the past on this. I don't know why you keep parking your car here. I can't get into my car. There's one handicap spot in this development, and why do you take it up?
Sir, this is not the car support center.
I don't know what you just said there, but you got to stop parking your car here. I can barely get into my car, and you're in a handicap spot. You're not handicapped. That's for the disabled people. Go ahead, please.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
You're very audible. You're crazy, though, but you're audible. You got to stop parking your car down here. I'm going to break your car windows. I promise you.
That's okay. That's okay, sir. That would be more better.
That would be more better? It'd be more better if I break your windows? Stop parking your car here.
Sure.
Stop parking your car here. Learn how to park. Learn how to park, Gandu. Ridiculous.
Sure.
Making me angry now.
Sir.
What?
Sir.
What?
Sir, this is not... You have dialed the wrong number, sir.
Oh, you're not the one who parked the car down here all crooked?
Sir, this is an IT company, sir.
You're saying that wasn't your car, though?
No, sir. No, sir. This is actually not VR you're looking for.
Oh, my goodness. I am so sorry. Oh my goodness.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, I'll call you back.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I'll call you back again, okay? Okay, Firmilinge.
Thank you for calling support. My name is Jason. How can I help you?
Oh, Jason, hi. Is this Amazon?
Yes, sir. You're talking to Amazon. How are you doing today?
Good. I'm real good, actually. Is this Amazon?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Can you help me?
Absolutely, sir. What problem you're facing?
Right, I got a text message. This is Amazon, right?
Sir, you have asked me this question for the third time. You're talking to Amazon right now.
If you want to sell me that you really work for Amazon, though, you have to do a hell of a lot better. Is this Amazon?
No. People fall for that, okay?
Who falls for that? Who falls for that?
Everybody.
Everybody? How come when we watch your call centers, you get like one victim out of like 100 calls? A lot of time wasted, Gandu, for a little money. You're hurting people for a little rupee.
A lot of... I drive a G-Wagon, you bitch.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You walk to work. You walk to work. You know that. You're adorable. I think you're going to lie to me, Gandu. Tumhara asli naam kya hai? My father? Oh, Afse Milka acha laga. Nice to meet you. Yeah, mera naam Raj Patel hai. I like to call you guys all the time. Don't you say goodbye?
Thank you for calling Amazon support. You are talking to Daryl Brooks, and how can I help you today?
Hi, is this Amazon?
Yes, sir. This is Amazon support. How can I help you?
Okay, can you help me?
Yes, sir. Can you tell me what exactly problem is this? I can definitely help you.
Oh, yeah, I got a text message. Is this Amazon?
Sure. How many times I will tell you? The first time I'll tell you this is Amazon, and my name is Daryl Brooks, and how can I help you today?
Oh, hey, Gabriel. How are you?
I'm doing good, sir.
Good, thank you. Yep, is this Amazon?
Yes, sir. This is Amazon. What do you need?
I need you to get a fucking job, loser. Stop scamming people.
Fuck you, ma'am. Fuck you, ma'am. I fuck your mother, bad.
I've never heard that before. Oh my goodness. I'm so hurt.
Thank you very much for calling in support. This is John. How may I help you?
John, listen, I called the other day, and you guys were supposed to be in my property yesterday. I got a goddamn puma living in my backyard. I need this puma removed. Can you help me?
I'm sorry, sir. What you were saying, I'm unable to get it.
I have a puma in my backyard, and he's hungry, and there's a cheetah, too, that comes around. I don't want to live here anymore if these animals are going to be allowed on my property. Can you help me?
Sir, do you know where did you die at? It's Microsoft.
There's also a tiger that lurks around, and he's scary. I don't know why you can't help me. I paid big money to you guys. Can you help me?
Sir, do you know where did you dial? Do you have dialed to Microsoft?
I dialed the dumb fuck who's confused. You don't work at Microsoft. Help me remove these animals, goddamn you. Help me. Something I said?
Yes, how may I help you?
Oh, hi, thank you. Yeah, I called a few weeks ago, and somebody was supposed to come to my property and help me remove the lions and the cheetahs and the pumas, and now my front yard is just very dangerous. Can you help me?
I'm so sorry, sir. I think you dialed the wrong number.
Oh, do you have that number?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you.
We do not provide such services.
Oh, you can't help me with the tigers and the lions and the cheetahs and the pumas?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll call you right back, okay? 1,000 more times. Bye. Fermilinge.
Thank you for calling. How may I help you?
Yeah, I was speaking to a woman a little while ago, and she said it is possible that you would send someone out to my house and you could help me fend off the lions and the pumas. Can you help me with that? We got disconnected.
No, sir.
Oh, is there a reason why you can't help me?
Sir, I'm of no help to you, sir.
Okay,
Sorry.
It's because I'm not a victim, right? Something I said there? Don't know what went wrong there.
Hello, sir.
Hi,
How
ma'am.
can I help you?
Yeah, I think we were talking before we got disconnected. I think you are the right people to call. I have a great big mountain lion on my front lawn. You can't help me?
No, sir, we cannot.
It's dangerous, though. It's dangerous.
Thanks for calling.
Hello, were you coming over to help me with the lions and the pumas, ma'am? And can you bring a sandwich?
Thanks for calling in support. How can I help you?
You dumb bitch, it's me again, you filthy woman. Get a job. Go ahead, please. She wants me.
Thank you for calling support. This is Ryan. How may I help you?
You dumb fuck, get a job. Stop scamming people. You're ridiculous. You sound awful. You should be embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for you. What went wrong there?
Thank you for calling support. How may I help you?
Oh, is this Amazon?
Yeah, it's Amazon support. How may I help you, sir?
Oh, hell no, Gandu. This number's been up for 3 days. Number's going down. All day long I'm calling your dumb ass. It's on, bitch. Hello?
Yes, who?
What are you doing, Gandu? Hang up the phone, loser. It's me again. Man, you're stupid.
Yes, I just received a call from this number. Are you the same motherfucker who called me?
Oh, absolutely. Again and again and again, Gandu. Are you the same motherfucker who's scamming people?
आप बोल बहन क्या लौड़ा क्या बोल रहा था मादर सा रंडी के दल्ले और सड़ी के
Oh.
लंडा देंगे ना
Oh, आप कैसे है, चूतिया? तुम्हारा असली नाम क्या है? मेरा नाम राज Patel है. Who are you?
मेरा बाप है. I'm your dad.
You're so stupid. You know how stupid you sound right now?
You're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers, and man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again. Okay?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Take. Great to see you guys.
Good morning, TJ. What's up?
Yeah, thank you guys for coming back. I'm so happy. I was worried that I blew it and we'd come back and nobody would come because they forgot about us. But it's really great to see everyone today. And we had 2 awesome videos in a row. So thank you, Take, for that guy. It's pretty funny how I love it when you say nonsense to them and they're like, you do know you called Amazon. You called Amazon, sir.
Yeah, it's always funny when they say, I think you have the wrong number. I'm like, okay, do you have the number, the people that can take away the tigers and the lions and the pumas?
Yeah.
No, sir. It's just so stupid. But yeah, we did something a little different this morning, so there's no take break, Chester, but we'll have you on, hopefully, and you have some good stories for us. But yeah, since we don't have an official guest today, hopefully Scammer Takeout will call in. He's going to try. He's got some busy life things, and he works overnight, I think. But he might call in. I know he's got something planned this weekend, some kind of birthday stream maybe. And then we also want to just, not that we have Behind Bars as a guest, but it is Behind Bars Day in a way. In my world, her latest video is one of the best videos I've seen in a long time.
Oh, wow.
And we've all been fans of B for, since the days of the flood, but she's in a new direction now. I don't know if she was just angry that day, but hearing that soft-spoken voice yell rage at those idiots was I could watch it 3 or 4 times in a row and not get bored. So I want everyone to please sub to B. Get her to 500. She totally deserves it.
Thank you so much, MJ. Yes, please sub to B. And she's also, not that people that aren't nice don't deserve views, but she's a super sweet person. She is a very good baiter, and we love her a lot. So please go sub to her. And then that way we can also, she could also have that community tab,
Right.
And hopefully we can get her on the show soon. In the next few weeks, she hasn't been on, and I think she's only been on once, right?
Yeah, when we were like brand new, and she was brand new. Well, not brand new, but definitely a lot less videos out there than now. So she's got more to talk about. She's seen a lot in the last 6 to 8 months. So I'd love to talk with her.
She has the same problem as you take. She's embarrassed about the raging.
Well, you get over that. I think all of us start off, although maybe I didn't start off so nice and humble and meek, but after, a year of calling these idiots and them lying to you every day, and you have somebody on the phone who just scams somebody and does not have a problem scamming somebody, you lose it. So I kind of just made a channel based on losing it, but hopefully not everybody will lose their patience as quick as I do. I'm just saying it's a new direction. It's different than you're used to her singing nice sweet carols to them. Now she's getting really direct. So anyway, we won't talk too much without her here because she can't really talk about it, but I was very excited though, so I'm a fan.
I feel like I heard your first call and you were like talking about GB Road, so I don't know when you were ever humble or meek. I might have missed that one. Thank you so much, BB. Thank you, BB.
I was only influenced by a few that already had videos out there, so I didn't really know anything. I've since learned a lot more about India than just GB Road and
but still, you're like, I didn't start off quite as meek as B. That's like the understatement of the century.
Yeah, well, we all don't have that sweet voice. So, and to get a voice like you guys have, like a Betty Bam Bam or Behind Bars or yourself, and then to hear a little bit of rage come from a nice, sweet voice sometimes is definitely better for me to hear than hearing my voice say it all the time. So it's like a nice contradiction. It's a beautiful disaster.
Yeah, beautiful disaster. Well, hopefully we can get B on in the next few weeks. And I'm just got back. I got back on Monday afternoon. It was around 6 p.m. on Monday. 6 p.m. on Sunday. It was Sunday at 6 p.m. And then Monday, I had to write a paper that was due on Sunday, so I had to turn that. I did that all day on Monday. And then Tuesday and yesterday, I've just been like running errands and stuff. So today's finally my first day for my school. I had to write a 10-page paper on the day I got back.
You write a 10-page paper on the day that you're coming back from India?
Yeah, it was due on Sunday, so I had to turn it in a day late.
What the hell kind of school is this?
One that expects you to revolve around their schedule, I guess, instead of the other way around. Morning, CyberSafe.
Oh, what's up, Faker?
Hi, Faker.
Hello, Ernest. What's up, Essie? But you just reminded me of something. So you're in the airport, and how long was your layover in New York?
Well, I technically landed at like 7:45 a.m., but it took me around 3 hours to get in through customs and go back through security for my flight from New York to my home. So I ended up having from 11 to 3. So I had 4 hours, basically.
So were some of those hours you were just sitting there?
The whole time I was just sitting there watching Daryl Brooks.
Well, that's what I was saying. I mean, you could have gotten some of your paper done that day. But instead you're watching the trial about a madman who runs over people at a parade. But
I know. I was just too tired because I had been on that 15-hour flight, you know?
But I mean, I'm not going to judge, and I knew nothing about Daryl Brooks. I mean, I kind of heard something about another, terrible story in a different state, maybe, but I didn't know anything about it. And then you sent me the clip that day, and I was instantly hooked. Like, it's comedy gold, and it sucks because it's based on such a tragedy. Yeah. I mean, these people have obviously died in their family, and you can just think you're out there with your kids or whatever, and you're at a parade, and all of a sudden some madman runs you over. Game over. But I'm guilty that I cannot stop watching it. It's like a train wreck, and it's entertaining because he's so stupid. So
maybe we should.
I can't thank you enough for turning me on to that madman.
Oh, you're very welcome. For those that missed it, this man Daryl Brooks was a man. I don't know why I said was. Is a guy who like drove straight down the middle of a parade, like on the road where people were marching in a parade, and he killed 6 people and injured like over 60 people. And it's like 100% not funny. Hey, Takeout. Neither Taker, I think, at all the situation is funny. However, he represented himself, and he is what we would call a sovereign citizen. And so it ended up that he made the trial entertaining with his ridiculous behavior. Of course, again, we're very sorry for the victims. It's extremely sad. Hey, Kat, how are you, dear? It's very sorry. We're very sorry for the victims. Yeah.
It's not the situation that we're laughing at. It's just, I think people know that.
Yeah, definitely not.
He was just such an idiot. And I'm still, like, he's not certifiable like crazy, but he knew what he was doing. He knew. I think he knew that he was going to jail for the rest of his life, and he said, "I'm going to make a mockery of the judicial system and get my 15 minutes of fame." Maybe I'm wrong, unless he really was crazy, thinking he could defend himself and make a good case. I don't know. I just think he's stupid, and he wasted the court's time, and it was entertaining for us to watch.
Well, I really think, good morning, John Wright. I really think, my personal opinion is he honestly believed he was so smart that he could be in control of the courtroom. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Asha. Really appreciate that. That he could control the courtroom and he could influence the jury, because I think he really believes he's that smart. I think he is intelligent, but he obviously has some mental health issues, because one day he would be like carrying on, then the next day he would apologize, and then the next day he would start again. Yeah, and I didn't like how he talked about Jesus. That was annoying. I was getting mad about that. I was like, don't you dare bring Jesus into this because this is all you're doing. Jesus had nothing to do with it.
I found it to be one of the most annoying people I've talked to in my life. Like, I think even on the scammer's worst day, I could deal with a scammer, as stupid as some of them are. I was watching him, and he was just so annoying. And if he thinks he's smart, that's even worse, because he's trying to I don't understand, I'm confused, I don't understand, and he's objecting to things that happened like 3 days ago. And he knew nothing about the law, and he should have known. I think he's smart enough to realize that he doesn't know anything, and he's trying to make himself appear smarter than he is, and he's appearing like crazier. Yeah. So I agree. I can't figure it out. But I'm glad they threw the book at him as far as the guilty verdicts, and we'll see what the sentence is. But I would think he's going to be about 503 when he gets out of jail.
Yeah, I would think so, because he got, and for those that missed it, sorry, he got convicted yesterday of all charges.
Yeah, that took forever. I mean, I could put the phone down, walk around the block, and I walk slow, and come back, and they're still only on count 30. I mean, they had to read all of them. That judge had the patience of a saint.
Yeah, I know. I heard some, read a lot of criticism about the judge, but in my unexperted opinion, I thought she was amazing. Here's Behind Bars link. I'll just pin hers for a few minutes. She got 8 subs today so far. Yeah,
so
great.
Now we're only 24 away from 500. It's a milestone. So awesome. I think we can do it.
Yeah, so I felt the judge was unbelievably patient. I really think she did the best she could. She did the best she could to control him and have the case carry forward without doing anything that would get the case, ruled as a mistrial later. Because the worst thing you want to do is not have his objections noted or something, and then when he goes to appeal, then it gets overturned, and then we have to do this again. So I felt, and I don't know anything about law, so I'm fully admitting that, but I have watched a lot of trials because I just find them fascinating, and I think she did amazing, in my opinion. What do you think, Take? Did you like the judge?
Yeah, I thought I understood everything, and everything you just said made sense. I think that's exactly it. I think she was very thorough, and she had patience to appease him and to explain why the objections were the way they were, and to let him speak, and then to explain. And then she was firm when she needed to be firm by putting him in a different room. And I thought she was on point, making sure there could be nothing that he could ever bring up later. Although, a part of me, a selfish part of me, almost wishes she had messed up so we'd see more of him.
Not for the victims, though.
I'm glad it's done, and like Chester said, I think we'll get the victim statements on Monday. But if anyone's not privy to this, please go Google it on YouTube, and if you just start with like a minute clip, it's only a minute, I think that's enough to draw you in. Yeah. And then you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to go watch it from day one. I mean, you got a guy taking his shirt off in court, building forts, yelling at the judge, staring her down. It's just, but it is sickening that there was no remorse. He didn't really admit to anything. He was very upset when they were reading the verdicts, so I think it definitely got to him. It sunk in that he's going away for the rest of his life. But how is this the time where he's going away for a long time? He had 7 other convictions. He punched his girlfriend in the stomach, which is a crime in itself that should have been whatever. That's a life sentence if you ask me. But punching a girl in the stomach, but he ran her over.
Yeah.
So The guy's an idiot, so he needs to be off the street. But anyway, we've go watch the trial. So we're not a court channel, but
yeah, we're not and again, I have no legal, zero legal knowledge. I'm not an expert. It's just my opinion from watching it that the judge did awesome. Yeah, I definitely think he fits from what I know, the definition of a narcissist as far as really believing he's the smartest person in the room. And I think a lot of murderers are narcissists because they really think they can do this, or this, and they're too smart to get caught. You know what I mean? Like, they can outsmart everyone. They can outtalk everybody. I really think that's what they think. But I really want to get a sovereign citizen to come on the show, not to argue with them. And again, he doesn't represent all sovereign citizens, so it's not like sovereign citizens are all murderers, but some of them are dangerous because they feel like they're above the law. Not all of them. But I would love to have him have one on and just discuss with them, like, how did you come to these beliefs and what are your beliefs? I think it would be extremely interesting, don't you? To kind of see how someone gets to this belief of this sovereign citizen.
The Scott just has a great question. I mean, I don't think that was ever answered because obviously he didn't admit to anything, but maybe it'll come out later. Like, what was his motivation for just driving over 70 people or whatever he did?
They didn't say,
like,
but
what was his motivation?
They didn't say, but they implied, or I took it that they implied that he was, him and the girlfriend got into a fight, and she got away from him. Like, he was trying to hit her or beat her or whatever, and she got away, and he was like so full of rage. Yeah, I'm home in the US. He was like so full of rage, he just went out and took them all out. He had been fighting with that girlfriend the whole day. He couldn't beat her up. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Raz. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. He was just so full of rage and frustration that he just wanted to take it out on somebody.
Fight with his girlfriend.
Yeah. Which,
okay.
Who knows what she's really like, but on the stand, she was... Right. On the stand, she seemed like a regular person, but then again, she must have something wrong with her because she moved from some other state to be near that dude. So something must be going on that's not right there.
So
but
this is all her fault.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly,
okay.
Chris. He was so full of rage that he just I don't know. He almost was. I almost wonder if he was, people that just get in a rage, they're not in they go to a different mental state, one that's not even,
I get it. Listen, you get in a fight with your girlfriend, you're going to run over people.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I've been plenty of fights with boyfriends, plenty. Way more than I care to admit. I've never ran anyone over yet, but...
Yeah, well, we're waiting for that. CJ Scams on trial.
But yeah, so Take and I have been busy with that this week as well. We both found out about it on Sunday, so we've been having to binge watch it. But it is something hilarious about the judge saying the record. Good morning, Liz. Let the record reflect that the defendant has taken off his shirt.
Yeah, he's a little angry. Yeah, I'd like to see him call some scammers.
Yeah, that's true. He probably would be on the scammer side, though. He would be like, this is a conspiracy.
Same logic. Yep. Same, I'm smarter than everybody logic and yep, whatever.
But if anyone knows any sovereign citizens, hit me up on Discord or email me, because I'm going to look for one to have on the show so we can learn more about this.
Sovereign citizen, not to say anything. I mean, there's probably good and bad in every community.
Yeah, always.
I really would like to. I think that's the one time I would talk to them ahead of time. A lot of times we talk to people. Sometimes they're interesting, sometimes they're not. But we deal with a lot of scam baiters, so it doesn't matter. They're messing with criminals and scumbags. It doesn't matter if I'm a fan or not, or if I can have a conversation. I don't care. I let it go. With a sovereign citizen, if it's anything like that guy, although I know he's extreme, and he's just crazy, and he'd be crazy no matter who he is, I still think I would want to talk to the person first, because I may not be able to hold back if there's certain rules and things that they don't follow. That's all.
You don't have any rules. We do have like a respect everyone rule here, except for scammers. But in this case, like, if you went crazy on them, I don't think anyone would blame you. But again,
know, like, what kind of laws they think are foolish that they don't follow.
Well, that's definitely why I want to have them on, is to kind of learn more about it. We'll learn first, and then if you feel the urge to go off on them, you can feel free. I
told you about that guy I lived with, right? He didn't pay his taxes for 10 years, and he said, I don't need to pay taxes. It's not a law. It's not on the Constitution that I have to pay taxes. I'm like, bro, everybody pays taxes. I don't know where it is, but you have to pay taxes. And soon enough, they came and they locked him up. And I tried to warn you.
Yeah.
I'm no genius, but I know you don't pay your taxes for 10 years. You can't just say, I don't believe in it. It doesn't work. So I don't know if that's the whole thing. I don't know much about sovereign states or what, but I would assume that they don't believe in paying taxes, and they don't recognize certain things that the average person needs to recognize to have a nice civilization.
That's very true. Again, though, just emphasizing, hey, Whiskey, that they aren't.
Oh, what up, Whiskey?
It's not like they're all violent. I know a small percentage of them is violent because they've killed police before or done other things like that. But it's like any group. Like, just whoever we have on, don't assume that they're a murderer. You know what I mean? Is all I'm trying to say. We would try not to have a murderer on the air. But they're just like everyone else. Like, it's only a small percent that will go to that level of murdering people. But they do think that the laws don't apply to them. So it would be very interesting to find out, like, to learn more about what they believe, and also how they learned about that and got into this movement. And is it like a community? Is there like meetings? Or morning, Lisa? You know, all kinds of stuff that I would love to learn about. So
you can always say, okay, this isn't on the law book, but you know, if you were going to start, and I don't know what the premise is, and we'll get to TakeOut in a minute because I know he's in the chat, and I'd like for him to call in if he can. But there's so many laws on the books in the United States that have never been taken out. You don't follow them anymore. Like, I think it's illegal for women to drive in New York on Sundays because it was that way back in the 1800s or whenever the laws were made. It's illegal to do certain sexual acts in certain states because it was made in like the 1800s or whenever the laws came out. You're supposed to beep your horn as you drive by a cop. You know, when you're driving by and he's got someone pulled over, you're supposed to beep your horn. Imagine doing that. Imagine beeping your horn at a cop who's pulled someone over and then saying, "Oh, well, it's a law." I mean,
thank you, Di.
You can't do that.
Thank you so much, Di. Hey, by the way, speaking of honking your horn, I saw this really funny YouTube video yesterday where this guy stood out on the street with a sign that says, "Honk if you hate honking." It was really hilarious. So I thought about taking that sign to India, because no matter where you go, it's non-stop honking. Like, just constant honking everywhere. So
I know. I was on the phone with a scammer the other day, a female scammer actually, and we were getting along, and she's out on the street smoking a joint, and you could hear all the horns. It sounded like busier than any street in New York.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy. Is that all you heard? Is horns all day long when you were there?
Yeah, basically. There was a lot. They're constantly honking.
It's illegal to smoke in your car in New York. See? Yeah.
I know. I just said that'll be the thing that takes you out. That'll be your demise is you get arrested for smoking in your car for 20, 30 years that you've done it.
Yeah, there used to be a magazine. I don't know if it's still out there. You ever see like The Onion or one of those like comedy satire type magazines? I think it was called I Spy. And I still might have it from like 20 years ago, but it had like 50 of the stupidest laws in the United States you never knew existed, and all that stuff's in there. So I'm sure it's on the internet still, but there's so many crazy things like that. Like New just said, it's illegal to smoke in your car. But is a cop ever going to pull you over and say, you can't smoke? That's illegal. That's against the law. I'm taking you in. I mean, they can try it, and technically they probably could actually if it's on the law books, but I don't think it would hold up.
That reminds me.
As long as you don't defend yourself.
That reminds me. Have you ever seen that? Let me see if I can find it right quick. That video, sovereign citizen video about how it's 12 minutes. I didn't know it was that. Wait, that's not it. About how people we're not paper people.
What?
Like, the sovereign citizens believe, like, the government tries to make us into paper people. Like, we're born with a birth certificate and that they have no right to, like, put our identities on paper, and they try to treat us like we're paper. I guess you haven't seen that. I'll have to send it to you. There's a whole cartoon about how the government makes us paper people. I'll find it. It's pretty hilarious. So yeah, we definitely need a sovereign citizen on. And the other person I want to have on soon, I'm gonna ask somebody, but I don't know if he'll come on because I think he only does like paid appearances, and I'm not paying him for this. Is a flat earther. Wouldn't you love to have a flat? Chester, are you a flat earther? I would love to talk to a flat earther, wouldn't you?
No, he's not. He's not a flat earther. He's got money, though. He'll pay.
Oh, hey, Chester, will you pay a flat earther to come on the show? I really want to talk to a flat earther because it's very fascinating to me. Like, they like really believe they have like some truth that nobody else has. That's a huge conspiracy, and I would just love to learn more about how this, like, why would everyone for what 100, 200 years, well, more than that, but I mean, since we had pictures of the earth and stuff, why would they be lying about that? Like, what are they gaining from it? You know what I mean? That's just this kind of stuff I would love to learn from a flat earther, wouldn't you?
Pretty sure it's round, though.
Well, I would think so, but apparently, according to them, the government is lying to us. There's a lot of those there are a lot of sovereign citizen flat earthers. Like, I saw a video where there was a sovereign citizen that got arrested by the cop, and then he had all this flat earth stuff on his car. So, but yeah, I always thought it was round, but then the flat earthers say that we're being lied to, that all of the pictures of the earth and stuff are doctored to control us.
I would like to see somebody who's like Chester. I think I would like to hear Chester's humor talking to a flat earther and what kind of questions he could come up with. I think I would I'd sit that out and let you and Chester talk to a flat earther, and I would just be entertained by
you wouldn't want to talk to the flat earther?
I mean, of course I would, but I just think you guys could do a lot better.
No.
I think I would just like to sit back and watch that as entertainment, like what comes out of that person's mouth without raging back if they're stupid. Although maybe they're right. I don't know. I don't know enough. I haven't really left. I mean, I've been around the world, but I've flown. How do I know?
Yeah, I personally
it's not like I can walk. It's not like I can keep walking and say, "Oh, I didn't fall off. The world is round." I mean, because you can't walk through the ocean. So you'd have to walk across the United States, get in a boat, then end up in Hawaii, and then after that, whatever else is that way, South Pacific, and then around. I don't know. It's whatever. Let's get Chester on our takeout.
Well, I fully admit that I have not been to space to see the Earth myself. So I guess it's possible. But no, science actually proves that that's not possible. Because I don't think there would be gravity if the Earth was not spinning. Actually, I know there wouldn't be gravity if the Earth wasn't spinning. But I guess they think... Oh, they do think that gravity isn't true too. Like they think that that stuff, if you push something off and it falls off the table, that's just because of like you've been taught to think that. So people like in their mind, like psychologically, force things to fall to the ground, but that's not really the physics of it. I heard a flat earthers explain that before.
Well, I would like a flat earther here to defend themselves before we trash them.
Yeah.
We're about to lose every single flat earther that follows us.
Oh, do we have some of those?
I don't want to lose any more subs. Let's give them a chance to defend themselves.
Yeah. Hey, before we bring Chester on, I wanted to tell everyone, about one thing that I was reading about, which is SIM swapping. Have you ever heard of SIM swapping?
Not like when couples aren't happy and they go out and they look for other couples to mingle.
No, that's wife swapping. This is basically when somebody calls your, like a scammer. This is enough information that I really feel a scammer could do this. They have your number. They potentially have the last 4 digits of your social security. They call your carrier. They tell you that they've lost your SIM card. That the SIM card has been broken, that they need a new SIM card for the phone. And then they get a SIM card, like they get your SIM card. Then they have access to everything. They can get all of your PINs for your bank, like all of your text messages, phones, and they can steal all your information that way.
The last 4 digits of your social, that's all they need?
Yeah, because a lot of the companies you can call and you can say, like, I lost my SIM card. And then a lot of times they'll ask you, like, I know I have AT&T where you set a PIN and they'll ask you, like, what's your PIN? And then they'll say, oh, darn, I don't remember it. And then a lot of them will say, a lot of the companies will say, well, what's the last 4 digits of your social? And then that's how they verify the identity. And then they have a SIM card with your phone number on it. So then yours might still work, but they have a second SIM card with your phone number, and they're getting all of your text messages, verifying your bank, stealing all of your information. So giving out the last 4 digits of your social is a lot scarier than I had ever thought of, because it is true. A lot of places will ask for the last 4 digits of your social, like to verify your identity. Like, I used to think, okay, well, it's not that bad. They don't have the full social, but actually it is seriously bad. So we need to be telling everyone, like, never give out any of your social, and, like, only give out the 4 digits of your social if you made the primary contact. You know what I mean? Well, the 2-factor verification in this part wouldn't work because, like, if you lost your SIM card, you in theory don't have access to your phone. So they would tell the phone company, like, I don't have access to my phone. I'm having to use somebody else's phone because my SIM card is broken. You know, so
the shame on the company then, if that's the only way that they're going to identify somebody. Normally, if it's something, a lot of companies say, okay, well, you know, you need a security question. What's the first, you know, relationship you had? You know, what's the first pet or whatever? there's like, which of these addresses have you been affiliated with? And then it's like stuff that nobody would really know except you. So if they're only letting 4 numbers allow this to happen, then shame on those companies.
Yeah. Well, it apparently is working with a lot of people. Like, people have been scammed this way. Just from Wikipedia, it is, it says the definition is a SIM swap scam is a type of account takeover fraud that generally targets a weakness in two-factor authentication and two-step verification, in which the second step is a text message or call placed to a mobile telephone. But I just happened to see that someone lost a lot of money from this SIM swapping. I saw it when I was reading the news. So all of the companies, I believe, has some sort of, like, the major ones have some sort of SIM swapping. But still, the only way, like Verizon, I'm on the Verizon page right now. How to protect against SIM swap. And the only way they tell you is use strong and unique passwords. Okay. Be suspicious of unsolicited text, emails, and calls. Okay. And give your online security posture an upgrade, which is, I don't know what that means, like some kind of like way to monitor your security. Again, I don't find those suggestions extremely helpful. I think most people are doing that anyway, and this could still happen. Yeah, it's out there. So the best case scenario is do not ever give out the last 4 digits of your social. It does matter. It really does matter, because I can think of other times where I verified my identity with the last 4 of my social. So it does matter. Don't give it out to anybody. Teach others not to give it out to anybody ever, because even though they don't have the full social, it's still not good. Those identity, like, monitoring things, maybe that would help with that. Do you think? Like, if you had identity monitoring?
Maybe Chester knows.
You just want Chester to come on. You're like, stop talking. I just want Chester.
I didn't say that. I don't know enough. I don't want to ramble about stuff I don't know, but I do think it's just so sad that a company comes down to 4 numbers and people could do this. There has to be more steps. I go through different companies. I don't know which one's better than the others. I think you are right, though. There's a ton of companies out there that says, okay, what's the last 4 of your social? Oh, thank you so much, Mr. TAGOW. There's other companies, though, that say, okay, out of these 4 choices, what's an address that you did not live at? And then, only I would know that. Or out of these 4 cars, which car did you not own of these 4? Stuff like that. And a scammer wouldn't know all that unless they had access to your credit report.
Right. Well, they might have more information. They always end up having more information than we know. And I know from listening to these calls that people give out a lot of information that they don't think is important, but in the totality of things, somebody that could really do something with it. I'm not saying that obviously we're not saying that the scammers we talk to do something with all this information, but they could potentially, and they don't care about people, So it's definitely a risk, and it's one that I don't totally know all the best ways to protect ourselves or others from it. So let me just add that. I'll add it to my list of maybe a potential guest. Someone from my cousin works at a cell phone. He works for T-Mobile. I'll ask him if he has any thoughts, and maybe he can come on the show and talk about it if he has any thoughts. So I'll ask him.
T-Mobile just sent me a SIM card. I'll have to ask him how to if he could help me put it in.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, but we could ask. I'll ask around and see, because I don't even have any ideas on how to protect ourselves other than never give out the last 4 of your social, because it is more damaging than we thought, or that I had thought of before. Yes, I hope to be on Twitch later. Okay, let's get Chester on here before Take leaves, because he's desperate for Chester.
No, I'm not. I just we got a lot going on, even though there's no, legit guest.
Yeah, we don't really have.
TakeOut too, because you've got big things coming up this weekend, big birthday.
Yeah,
so yeah. But I want to ask Mr. Chester Drawers about something too. That's why before I forget.
And we are on the line with Mr. Chester George, reporting live from, what country are you in now?
Oh, I'm back home.
Live from Florida.
That was hot.
But you're light. You underwater? You're in the English Channel?
Yeah, something like that. It's a new microphone, so I'm just trying to turn things down a little bit. Is it too loud?
No, definitely not too loud.
I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that say, "Oh, there's a mic that makes you quieter. Give it to TAGOW."
No, never want to do that.
But you sound quieter than usual.
Oh, okay, I'm now moving a bit closer. How's that?
There you go.
That's good.
Yep.
Oh.
So, how are you, Chester? I haven't talked to you in like what? A month? 2 months? 3 months? 4 months?
I'm good, thank you. All is well. Hope you are after all your travels and airport frustrations. I share that, even though it's only a 9-hour flight.
Still, that's long.
Yeah, but yours was 15, so you had another 6.
Yeah, that's true. The good thing about these long flights is then when you take a short flight, it just always feels so short. You know what I mean? Like a 3-hour flight seems like nothing now.
Yeah.
So that's the good part of it.
You spend more time traveling to the airport, checking in, and then going through security than the flight itself.
Yeah, that's why I like to drive places when I have the choice, but I couldn't quite drive to India.
And you make it from Southampton. You make it from Southampton, England, to Florida in 6 hours?
No. Well, you can if you go via Heathrow or Gatwick.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Haven't tried a pedalo.
Okay, so but how long does it take you to go from England to Florida?
That was a 10-hour flight. Depends on which way the wind's blowing. On the way out, we were against the wind, so it's a 10-hour flight. On the way back, it was 9.5.
Same.
That's too long.
I had on the way there it was almost 17, and on the way back it was like 15. So.
Yeah, I've had that too when I've flown to other countries. It's depending on the wind and stuff. But I thought. United States to England was. Is that because you're going to Florida? Like, is it closer to New York? I thought it was like 6 to 7 hours.
No. It's not. We'd have to talk to the flat earthers, but the way the flights work, it's in a sort of curve. So they have to be over land or can get to land. So you fly towards Greenland. Nova Scotia, and then you travel down the coast. So we flew over New York, Boston, South Carolina to Florida. So it's not a straight line, although it would probably be a lot quicker if we followed the Flat Earthers atlas.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you're going to host the Flat Earther with me because Take feels like he's just going to instantly rage.
Oh, no, he's going to rage. I mean, that's the whole point. Oh, and talking about rage, yes, behind the bars.
Let me post her link. Make sure everybody subs to Behind Bars. She started today at 468. She's at 480 now, so she's gotten 12 subs, but I think we can do 20 more.
Yeah, 20 more.
But I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, but she has a very special, gentle way of raging, and not only that, the scammers who generally give us lots and lots of abuse. I think the worst cuss that I heard was "you bloody lady."
Ah, well, that's not bad.
Well, that was funny. I did hear that. And she also used the word vile.
Yes.
So she was giving it right back to them. But she can, you guys in that country are blessed with the sophisticated accent. So it just sounded amazing. I can listen to her say vile things all day long.
Yeah, you will. You just want to go, want her to be on a premium chat line with Betty.
Yeah, Betty and B. That would be a good video. But hey, listen, I wanted to ask you something though, because I did miss your premiere, but like you guys, and I missed everybody's premiere, even B's, who I never. I always try to make it because hers is on later, or I'm always up. But anyway, I love you all the same. But yours. You had like a new take, and we talked a little bit about this. You have there's like a new take on puppy scams and pet scams, I believe, right? Where people are getting like double scammed. Like, can you just?
Yeah, tell us about this. This sounds interesting. I don't know about this.
Yeah,
you might. It was just the first time I ever heard it.
It's not a new scam. It's where. The scammers, in this case it was a UK national, basically scours pet lost websites. So if you lose a pet, you can report it to this website, and hopefully people will find your pet and make contact with you and return it. In this case, the scammer was looking at the websites, getting the contact details, phoning the pet owner up, saying, yes, we have your dog, cat, tortoise, budgie, or whatever.
Alligator.
And we'll pumas and tigers as well, and we'll get it back to you for £1,000. But they never actually have the pet.
Right.
Oh. Yeah, that's like kind of like Pleasant Green's video. Did you see his video? He did that thing. It sounds similar to that where he had a lost pet, and the scammer said we have drones and infrared technology to find the pet. It's just gonna cost you $1,000 or whatever. And it was
similar.
Yeah.
But this particular individual, because B, we've mentioned her name again. She's not paying us, by the way.
I think she is. I'm just kidding. Obviously, she's paying you too.
She did a lot of research behind stuff, and she found the owner of the website, and she's been speaking to them. A lovely lady called Karen. And this individual has been doing this for at least 2 years. He's well known. The police know about it, but the penalty for this sort of thing is negligible. There's new legislation going through our parliament to address this, but unfortunately it's been delayed 3 times because we can't manage to keep a prime minister for longer than a couple of months. So everything's been put back.
You can change prime ministers as much as you want, but don't change kings and queens, because then you got to change all the money.
Yeah.
So true. But that scam is disgusting, because not only is somebody heartbroken, like how could someone mess with somebody like that? They're down on they're giving up on the world anyway. I mean, I'm not the only person in the world who's ever lost a pet, either by, unfortunate circumstances or it runs away. And then to get your hopes up and then to take your money. These people are terrible.
Yeah.
Disgusting individuals. And you're saying it's punishable by death?
We wish. No, it falls into the same definition of, as B would put it, vile scammers. Sorry, you mentioned your name again, B.
Hold on, let me post your link.
We're not being paid for this. And I lost my track. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. But B and Dan and Tony, they've been doing a lot of stuff in the background. I can't say too much because there's stuff going on. But, yeah, that was a frog, but that was another story.
I think you found my tiger.
Yes.
That's what she said.
Sure. All right, I guess you want to hear the news.
I would love to.
Let's hear some
I've
news.
missed you. We've missed CJ.
you.
She's been traveling the world, and we did get together once or twice in the past, couple weeks. But the reception's great today. We have Chester. I'm curious to see what you got. Bring it, bitch.
Hit it.
Before I do, I forgot to mention it's in the UK. We love holidays and things, and we love giving the world parties. Today it's Bring Your Mum to Work today. So I brought my mum in, so she might get to say hello a little bit later on. Anyway, this is Chester Draws, special roving reporter for WSCAM Radio, the morning scam show, and here's some of the latest news that crossed the wires and news desk today. I know you have a couple of cats, each and every one. I don't know if you're considering writing a book, but as a gentleman by the name of Jonathan Saha thought he'd write a book, and he was so impressed with the help that he received from his cat, or not, as the case may be, but he decided to post a dedication. His cat's name was Toast, and the dedication read, "For Toast, the cat, who was no help at all."
That's definitely true for each and everything, because they help take with nothing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. These little bastards don't do anything but sleep, and if I'm walking, they want to, they'll sit right in front of me, and then they know they're just messing with me, and they don't ever pay attention to me unless they get cans of wet cat food. So I understand.
Yeah.
They do nothing. Cats do nothing. They lay around all day. They look cute. They want to get pet. They want to get fed, and they do nothing.
Yeah. So he wrote this book. It was funny enough. It's about animal behaviour. Titles "Colonizing Animals," and the cat did absolutely nothing. So. I thought I'd mention it to you because, as I say, I know how much you love each and every one.
Yeah, he loves each and every one.
Mum, can you turn your phone on to silent, please? Sorry about that.
That was CJ. Don't blame Mom.
We're talking about prime ministers and how we constantly seem to be changing them at the moment. A few weeks ago, just before we got our latest prime minister, it's Rishi Sunak. So for Mr. Biden, it's not Rishi Sunak. It's Rishi Sunak.
Well, come on. Biden gets a curve. He can't. I mean, you got to let the man, misspell some things and mispronounce some things, right?
Yeah, he's old.
He's not playing with a full deck sometimes, that guy. So you have to give him a pass on a couple of things.
Yeah, okay, but it wasn't. I think it was on closed captioning. That's another story.
Oh, it's perfect. Come on.
A tabloid newspaper recently ran. I don't know what you would call it. a stunt or a poll to see what would happen. And basically, it was it started off: will Liz Truss still be Prime Minister within the 10-day shelf life of a lettuce? The lettuce, and this was streamed live, the lettuce had eyes and was displayed on YouTube 24/7 next to a portrait of the PM. And unfortunately, since they posted it, the lettuce won. She didn't last the 10 days of the shelf life of the lettuce.
Are you saying lettuce, like the vegetable?
Yep, it is. They had a lettuce on the live stream, and when they started posting this video, they were wondering how long it would take before we would get a new prime minister. That was shortly after the pound went into nosedive, whilst I was away in Florida. God, it's expensive there. And the exchange rate was less than parity. It was less than a pound to a dollar. I think it was 90. A pound was worth 90 cents, but now it's up to $1.16. So that's good. It's good again.
Wow!
Oh
so a lettuce beat longevity of Liz Truss.
Oh, did you say B? Hold on, let me post her link.
How many is B up to now? Take
480 last I checked. So 12 is good. I mean, a lot of people in here we're all friends, so I'm sure everybody's already subbed, but maybe somebody pops in that's not. And go check out her video, and I'm sure. I mean, I'm telling you to go sub without even checking a video. That's how much you should trust me. But if you need to see proof, go watch the latest video. And if you don't, that doesn't make you sub, I can't help you.
Yeah, absolutely. And B, she's not paying me, by the way, she sent the video to me and said, I'm not sure about publishing this. I don't think it's funny. I'll tell you what, it was one of the funniest things that B has ever put out. So B, I'm not being paid to say that, it's well worth watching. B, and subscribe to B, Hindy Bars.
I can't keep up. Oh my goodness. Did I just see Tim Mack in our stream?
Oh, yes. Good morning, Tim Mack.
Hey, Tim Mack. Great to see you, Tim.
I mean, I know B wants to be, full attention because she's not shy or anything, and we'll keep talking about B. Don't worry, B. But Tim Mack is in the chat, and that's like an old friend who I've never gotten to really talk with. A little bit on Scammer Info, we'll go back and forth, but it's just... Tim Mack is an awesome individual, an awesome scam baiter. I don't believe he's got a channel anymore, but just everybody show Tim Mack some love and say, good morning, Tim. Thanks for joining.
It's great to hear you. See you, Tim. Miss you. Hi, Anushka.
Apparently, I've been told off by B Hindy Bars for keep mentioning B.
Oh, I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure it's coming. That's what she said. She's going to have a fit because I know she likes to be under the radar, does not care about subs, just wants to make people laugh. And here we are just talking about her all day long.
Yeah,
so,
she makes
maybe she should stop. Maybe she should stop before she gets mad.
Okay, fair enough. And we wouldn't want her to rage.
Yeah, she might rage at us.
Anyway, continuing with the news. Yeah, we can be forgetful a lot of the time.
Oh, do you said B? Let me get one more out. Let me just get one more out. You said B, right?
Yeah. Okay. She's raging in chat.
Yeah, she's raging. She said enough. Let's leave her go.
Yep. Okay. So before I finish, oh no, sorry. Did I say B?
Oh, is she being serious? I don't want to insult anybody. Is that just her being funny? But anyway, but no, it's virtual. You can't do anything to me anyway. Na. Everybody goes up behind bars.
Yep.
Yeah, she's joking. She just posted Swarm of Bees, so she's totally joking.
Yes. People can be very forgetful, but this, to me, really,
I can't anyway. The phone's in the other hand at the moment, so I can't chat. But you go ahead, please.
as I said, we're all sort of forgetful about different things. But how about this for forgetfulness? The California Eye Associates Instagram page recently posted a video of a doctor performing an operation on her patient to remove 23 contact lenses from a patient's eye.
Oh my God.
What? 23?
Yeah. A rare occasion when someone forgot to remove contact lenses at night and kept on putting a new one in every morning. 23 days in a row.
Oh my gosh.
She wondered why her eyes were bulging a little bit.
This is true?
Yeah. Let me post the link for you because I know.
I'd rather just believe you. I don't need to research it, but well, maybe other people want to see it. But I mean, you ever hang out with somebody who's got contacts? They lose one and they think it's your job to help them find it. You could be at dinner enjoying conversation. They lose a contact lens, and they're like, "Stop! Everybody, stop! I lost a contact lens." I'm like, drop a rubber band around your head. But people lose them all the time.
Yep, and
that's
absolutely
crazy.
And the Scott TK quite rightly mentioned, with all those lenses in, she probably could see the flag on the moon.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder if she could see if the moon is flat or round.
Yeah, well, I was more interested in what kind of cheese it's made of.
That's her fault. That's why people can't get contact lenses, because she has them all. That's why there's a shortage.
Yeah.
So there's multiple problems with this story.
Yeah.
Besides being stupid and putting 23 in your eye before you notice that you can't really see the same as you did.
Yeah.
So how do they remove them? How do they remove them? Like, did they have to scrape them out with a scraper, or?
Watch the video in the link that I posted.
Like a cheese grater?
Yeah.
Yeah, cheese grater. I've never worn contacts before, so I have no clue what it's like.
Me neither. I wear glasses too. I won't wear contacts just because I can't really put anything in my eye. It freaks me out.
Yeah.
Imagine putting 23 things in your eye. No.
The last story I'm going to do today involves two guests at a wedding, including a grandmother, were hospitalized after some cupcakes were spiced with drugs. Can you imagine your wedding day descending into absolute shambles because some cakes were found to have cannabis cooked into it?
I thought that was standard.
Well, maybe in New York, but not here. So it ended up in two of the guests, including the grandmother, being hospitalized. It took place, or the wedding took place in Torquay, which is the what do they call it? Something Riviera. Anyway, it's a lovely spot in the UK. It's where 40 Towers is based. If you watched old British sitcoms, 40 Towers and Basil Fawlty, it's in Torquay. And
yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Yeah. So someone just placed cupcakes on table, or several cupcakes laced with cannabis. Obviously, the majority of people are okay, so they must have built up an immunity from eating cupcakes previously with laced with cannabis.
And I'm sure this happens all the time. It's amazing that this made the news, but it happens.
Well, I can understand. Yeah, we won't mention the Germans B.
B.
Yeah. She mentioned the Germans, but yeah, behind the bars, we won't mention the Germans, or is it
Broadway?
We won't mention B. Yeah, I mean, I could understand it if it was chocolate brownies, because we featured on several occasions the world's biggest chocolate cannabis brownie. I think CJ was the first one to introduce that one to the world.
Remember, we talked about that like a year ago. About the brownie, remember?
I live in Massachusetts, not too far from that. I think the people who made that, right?
Yeah.
I'm still on the reruns, so I'm catching up.
Oh, I'm still looking for a way to buy like at least a little bit of it. It looks so delicious. And that's another thing about those chocolate bars that have THC in them, you know? You ever have one of those?
No.
I'm sure there's people in the chat that eat the edibles, and I'm in New York, so it's legal, so I could talk about it. And what's that going to stop me anyway, even if it's not? But when I lived next to one of those stores, when I was in Massachusetts, when I lived in like Northampton, Mass, say, and I was near a dispensary, I went in there, bought a chocolate bar, white chocolate cheesecake, and the thing tasted so good. I ate the whole thing like a Hershey bar. You're not supposed to do that. You're only supposed to eat like a little square, but who the hell could eat a little square of just chocolate?
Yeah.
So you eat the chocolate bar, you're high from eating that, and then you get the munchies, and then you eat more. So I went out and got another candy bar. And I was so stoned. But that's the first time I was high in like since Nam. Like I really don't get high. I don't like smoking pot. I don't like eating the stuff, but the candy bar tasted good. Anyway.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Well, that's for news. Yeah, this is Chester Draw's special roving reporter for WSCM Radio, ending the news. Do I go into the dad joke segment now?
Yeah, time for dad jokes. Wait, let's say hi to your mom first.
Oh, okay, hang on.
Oh, is that who called you?
Yeah, that's who. His mom is in the house, I think.
Oh, hello, dear. Hello, dear. How are you?
Hi, Mom. How are you?
Hi, Mr. Oz.
Yes. Oh, Mr. Take, I do love you. I've subbed to you, you know. I don't sub to Chester, but I've subbed to you.
What about
that's
CJ?
Very flattering. My mom was sub to me as well, and then she heard some of my pickup lines, and she said, "That is not my son," and she got rid of me. So I do appreciate the love. It's got to come from somewhere.
Oh, yes. And CJ, I think you're so brave travelling alone. You know, women of our age, you know, it's not a good thing. But I think you're so brave.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Draws.
Mum, will you stop that, please?
I'm speaking to CJ. He's so nice.
You sound exactly like Chester. It's really uncanny.
Oh, that's Chester with a voice changer?
That's I think so.
Oh, it's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts.
Chester's mum.
Mum, it's not. Calm down.
CJ, I've heard so much about your naked scrapbooking.
Yes,
have you considered naked crocheting?
Oh, yeah, I definitely do that all the time anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing like a good crutch every now and again.
So, Mrs. Draws, do you have any yo mama jokes?
Oh, well, my son, Chester, I think that's the biggest joke.
We want to hear some yo mama jokes.
I've taken off the air. I think she's been a bit embarrassing. Yeah, I do apologise to everyone and Take and CJ. Anyway, did you hear about the two guys that walked into a bar, CJ?
No.
Yeah, the third guy ducked.
But I'm ching.
How do you get a country girl's attention?
Have your cow moo.
No, a tractor.
But I'm ching.
What do you call a pudgy psychic?
Fatty.
No, a fortune teller.
Fortune teller. I don't get that one. Wait, fortune teller. Fortune teller. I don't get it. Explain that one.
Fortune teller.
Ah, but I'm ching.
What did the police officer say to his belly button?
You're under arrest.
No, under a vest.
Ah, but I'm ching.
I get it.
My wife asked me to stop singing Wonderwall to her. I said maybe.
That's a good one. I like that one.
What do you call a naughty lamb dressed up as a skeleton for Halloween?
Ham bone.
No. Bad to the bone. Why do nurses like red crayons?
Because they look like blood.
No, they like to draw blood.
But I'm ching.
What did Tennessee? So what did Tennessee?
What did Tennessee? Nashville.
No, the same thing as Arkansas. Arkansas. Last one.
Yeah, last one.
Okay.
Please.
My what?
Don't stop.
My wife.
That's what she said.
Yeah. My wife asked me to get 6 cans of Sprite from the grocery store. I realised when I got home that I picked 7 up.
Guys were amazing. All right, clap for Mrs. Draws for this.
Yes, dear.
Mrs. Draws, can I tell you a joke I just heard on YouTube? It's not mine, but I think it's pretty funny.
Oh, is it rude?
Yes, very, very.
Go ahead, please.
So, 3 guys go into a hotel, and there was only one room for the night, so they had to share the same bed. They went to sleep, and then all of a sudden, the guy all the way to the left wakes up, and he said, "I had the strangest dream. Somebody was fondling my doodle dasher." Then the guy on the right wakes up, and he's like, "Oh my God, I had that dream too. Somebody was fondling my doodle dasher when I was sleeping." The guy in the middle wakes up and goes, "That's strange. I had a dream that I was skiing."
Oh.
But I'm ching.
Sorry. That one deserved.
I had to change the dramatic term for fondling doodle dasher to fondling doodle dasher. Otherwise, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
We like the fondling
I was trying to be polite, Mrs. Draws.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mrs. Draws.
She's gone to sort out some crocheting. It's very disturbing, but she said she does naked crocheting.
Oh, your mom?
Yeah, she said that she did that because after CJ's naked scrapbooking.
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely have to invite her to the next convention.
And as much as I want to hear about your mom being naked scrapbooking, I know TakeOut has worked the night shift, and he's very busy with kids in real life, plus messing with PCH scammers. So I definitely think we should give him the time to call in.
This is an extremely important topic we're discussing.
No, I know. I'm not trying to downplay it. I see TakeOut in the chat still, and it's not every day we have a celebrity. So let's get him on.
Okay, well,
you can hang out with us, Mr. Draws, if you want. I feel like Takeout needs to call us.
Yeah, that's okay. But before I go, I just wanted to say, don't forget to subscribe to Behind the Bars. So once again, before I go, subscribe to Behind the Bars.
And you know where this whole campaign started? I mean, I've always been a fan of hers anyway, even way back in the day. And I know she doesn't want us to keep talking about her, but I was on her last video, somebody said your channel is so underrated, and I said I will make it a mission to get her to 500 tomorrow. Because she definitely deserves it. But a lot of people, if you look at her comments in her videos, she's definitely underrated and very talented. She messes with scammers. She's angry at them like everyone should be. She needs some love. So please get her to 500. 14 more away.
Yeah, I mean, she stamps her feet and she stamps and screams and screams and screams until she's thick.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
Or worse, actually. I couldn't have said it at all. Like you.
Or worse.
Okay. I'm going to.
Let it go.
No more. No more.
No more. No more.
I'm going to mute now.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for listening.
All right, Mr. Draw, it's always a pleasure. Love you, man.
Love you, Chester.
I might stay on if that's okay because Takeout.
Yeah, I'm adding.
You're more than welcome.
Yeah, you can stay on. I'm adding Scammer Takeout to us right now.
Okay.
And you're still in Florida at the moment, right?
No, back home.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if there was a big cricket match going on in Florida.
Thank you, Liz, for the membership. Hi, Takeout.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How about y'all?
Good. Thanks for jumping on. Sorry.
Morning, man.
Thanks for coming on last minute. Sorry you're not we'll have you on again soon as a featured guest instead of just a jump on guest. But we really appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, I appreciate. I haven't talked to y'all in a while, at least voice to voice.
I haven't talked to anybody in 2 months, so it's not you. Literally, I haven't talked to anybody in 2 months, so I'm just catching up.
I told you before, but I'm extremely proud of you for what you did.
Oh, thanks.
Going to India and stuff. That's awesome. I heard you talking about it a lot, but the fact that you were actually there and confronted scammers and went to these call centers and stuff, it's amazing.
Thank you so much. That's so kind.
Oh no, dear.
Every time off their bucket list. Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Rose.
Every time she walked into a scam center, they all walked out.
Yeah, that's true. They did run for their lives. Well,
that's right.
So, and if anyone doesn't know, Scammer Takeout, his link was pinned above. His link is pinned above, and he's an awesome scam baiter. And you took a little break too, right? I feel like you took a break while I was taking a break.
Yeah, I had to. I work a full-time job. I work night shift, and then I take my daughter to school in the mornings, and I'm really busy, to the point where I can't even watch people's videos anymore because I'm just always doing something.
That happens.
I get it.
I took about a month off.
Yeah, I totally get it. It's hard to keep up with people's videos. Sorry, go ahead, Take.
Well, no, that's all right. We'll get to it. Sometimes we end abruptly. So before we something happens, you have something big happening this weekend, right? Like your birthday, Halloween. You want to talk about that?
We changed it. We changed it up a little bit. We were gonna do something with a bunch of scam baiters, but due to the fact of I don't know how to put this nicely. There's just people being stupid about stuff, and I don't want to bring in people from one crowd and then bring in people from another crowd and there be drama. That's so I'm gonna
be like MMA in a cage on the Takeout stream. No, I'm just kidding.
Bunch of kids.
That's very professional and good, being proactive. But so, what do you have going on that people can tune in? Can people will it be like a live stream?
This Saturday it's my birthday weekend, so I kind of want to celebrate with my YouTube family. And you and CJ, of course, are invited.
Cool.
Just to come in and chat for a little bit. And like I said,
You
it was
got a lot of love.
Bigger,
a lot of people love you. There's always hearts in the chat every time you're on. So
I appreciate it, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for CJ and you take. So
well, you'd be here, but we can just help you get there a little quicker, maybe. So and then eventually you'll grow and you'll help us when we need it.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, we're sorry you have to even worry about that, but we understand. And so, what time is your celebration?
I usually stream on Saturdays. I start at about 11. And then during the week, I just stream sporadically. If I wake up early enough before work, then I stream.
I didn't even realize you were working at night. I thought you worked whatchamacallit? What's the word? Like I almost said construction, but not construction. Like landscaping.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. And then because I got so focused on the scam baiting, I changed jobs. I left my job that I was with for 5 years to go do something else to try to give me more time during the day while the scammers are working. And it didn't seem to work out the way that I thought. But it's fine. I like my new job. I get benefits and stuff. But I wanted to work at night so I could stream during the day. But I didn't think about me having to sleep.
Right.
So, it didn't work out the way that I planned it, but I mean, it's okay. I'm managing.
You can't sleep at work?
I wish.
We all do. And every time the last couple videos that are the streams that I've made of yours, you're messing with PCH still. Like that's your thing now, right? Like, and you're getting accounts from these people and making a huge difference. But it's also entertaining, so everyone needs to definitely go check out your streams. But is that kind of like your niche now? Like you want to stick with PCH, or is that just because you've been dealing with the same scumbags for a couple months in a row?
It's really because they're calling me so much. I had 100 missed calls within a day from PCH scammers. So, I call them and we got scammers arrested. We've shut down bank accounts, shut down cell accounts. We found victims, mules. It's so much stuff to go with this PCH, and they just throw it out like candy.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really I mean, that's great you're doing it, but it's just disgusting that they would call people that much.
It
is. They're desperate. Do you
and
find
here lately, I've brought in a character. I call him Ghost. It's kind of a nod to Jim Browning, because whenever he was calling that scam center and changing their voice and stuff, they were asking him who he was, and he said Ghost. So I think that just subconsciously came to my head whenever the scammer asked me what my name was. I said Ghost. But yeah, he's the dark character. He's supposed to be a scammer, and it plays out well because the PCH, even as Ghost, I still got a bank account from one of them. I baited one scammer for 3 months, and yeah, we got a lot from him.
Wow, that's awesome.
Mr. Takeout, you need to do a collaboration with Jam Brownie one day.
Yeah, I want to. I want to be at the People's Call Center next year, if it happens. I understand if I'm not because we don't do the same scams, but I want to be up there with CJ and all the greats that are there. That's my goal. So I'm working extra hard to try to get my name out there and show people what I really do.
It matters what kind of scams. I mean, you're down to save victims and mess with scammers, and you can adapt if they're calling different types of scammers that day. But I mean, Pierogi's so open-minded, and I mean, for him to tell me he would like to see me there just raging at scammers the way I do, I'm sure he'll get an invite. And I don't want to speak for him, obviously, but just based on how cool he is and how down he is for the cause, I wouldn't put yourself down by saying it's, you mess with a different type of scammer. You're messing with a scumbag. He probably wants you.
Before I forget, I do hope that you can give us a taste of what you do on the stream Saturday. Just a quick call, and let me chime in.
That would be amazing.
I mean, get ready for me to do about, 20, 10-second calls. I'm down. But it's like, what I was going to ask, though, is do you need us to be in Discord? Or, because I don't usually on Saturdays, I'm driving around, I don't have my Discord phone. Like, I was planning on just going to YouTube and going into your stream, but would it be better to be in Discord?
Discord would be preferable, but I can always send you one of my numbers.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll make sure I have my Discord phone with me that day. That's not a problem. Yeah, I'll be there.
Well, like I said, MK is excited to see us all together. She's officially adopted us.
Yeah, so, she's awesome.
I just kind of want to give people what they, what the family.
Yeah, sure, for sure.
Yep. No, and I was in your stream the other day, and I know Amanda J was doing a lot of work with you. You just have a great family over there. So, I mean, it would be an honor to try to figure out how I can get on Discord and make some calls with you guys.
Yeah, just a few minutes, and y'all can leave and go do what you want. CJ, I know that you're busy with victims and stuff, and I really appreciate what you do.
Oh, thanks. Well, I appreciate what you do. And I will definitely tell Pierogi when I talk to him next, that you're interested in coming and such.
You might be listening right now, too.
I don't want to seem like I'm prying. I'm just trying to get my name up there and make sure that people know, what I do. I'm trying to go to the next level. I feel like since you went to the People's Call Center, your content is through the roof. The fact that you can call victims, that's something that I've always wanted to do is listen to these phone calls live and call these people. I don't even necessarily want to talk to the scammers. I want to talk to the victims and help these people.
Yeah, Take and I were just talking about that yesterday. Deo and I talked about it a lot, that it's like, I still bait some, but now that I have this ability, it's like, I almost feel guilty to bait when I see people being scammed. And Deo even said too that he prefers to talk to the victims now too, because it's a direct you get direct satisfaction out of it. So it's really it's been really great. So I'll definitely tell Pierogi next time I talked to him that you would be a great person to come in. He wants people that do different stuff there. He doesn't just want everyone to be the same, That's not
okay.
So you just keep doing you, and that's definitely not going to be a factor, but yeah, I'll definitely tell him next time I talk to him. I try not to bother him unless I have something important to say.
So when
I have... he's here.
I was just getting ready to say, he's already at work, and I know he listens to us in the shower. He's got a routine. He's in the shower, scrubbing his blue hair.
Yeah, so here he is, Takeout. So go ahead and tell him. Yeah, go ahead and tell him. Yeah, go ahead and tell him, Takeout, what you were just saying that you want to come. Tell him. He's here.
I don't want to seem like I'm prying. Like I said, I just want to get noticed, and then I don't know. I want to do more than just call these scammers. I want to help people, and like I said, I don't want to seem like I'm prying. So I'm just gonna go with it and see what happens.
Yep. Pierogi, his dream is to come to the People's Call Center, and I definitely vouch for him that he's got a great heart toward the cause. He's in it for the right reason. He's putting his heart into it. So I definitely recommend him as a great person to come, and his dream is to come. So we'll see what happens. No pressure on the spot, Pierogi, but since you're here, we're just letting you know what we were talking about.
Don't answer now. Just let me show you what I do, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. So everyone check out his channel anyway. He kind of has a specialization, if you want to call it that, in PCH, but you still do other ones, right?
Yeah, I got a rig finally, so I've got a lot more powerful computer, and I'm getting my VM set up, and of course, you know, I'll have the bank account and stuff like that. So I'm ready to start doing more.
Okay, awesome.
I actually just spent a lot of money on my computer, so.
This is Jess the Draw's special roving reporter, Justin, to the WSEM radio. Mr. Pierogi has said if people want to do the work at the call center, he's open to having people there. You heard it here first.
Great, I'll do it, Pierogi. I already told you a million times. Like, I'd be glad to come hang out, whatever bits I make. We'll just use them on victims, and I'll just come hang out at your office all day. That would be a dream come true.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had my soundboard set up for some celebration noises, but I don't, unfortunately.
Oh, well, on Saturday, make sure you have it set up for the birthday.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So what do you do now? You just got out of work, and it's morning time, obviously. I don't think it's any secret. You're on the East Coast, so it's, you know, getting close to 10 o'clock. Your daughter's already at school. I mean, do you take a nap for like a couple hours before you start streaming, or?
I get home at 2. Well, I get home at 3 in the morning, go to sleep, wake up at 7:30, take my daughter to school, and then most days I'll come back and I'll go back to sleep. But if I am up by about 10:30, I stream. So my sleep schedule's all messed up, but I mean, this is what I like to do.
What time do you go into work?
3:30.
You go into work at 3:30 at night.
3:30 a.m. or p.m.?
No.
Oh, p.m.
Afternoon.
Oh,
I meant. So 3:30 to 3 to you're pretty much going from late afternoon until after midnight. You're getting home.
Yep.
That's a long night. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a weird sleep pattern.
Yeah. And then I wake up halfway through my sleep and go back to sleep sometimes. But I mean, I'm up now, so I'm probably gonna stream later on.
We'll have to talk offline and figure out how to rob some trucks late at night so we don't incriminate ourselves. But I mean, you're up the same hours as me. Thinking we could hit some trucks. It's Christmas time. Get some Xboxes, and maybe we don't have to work.
Yep, Fast and Furious style.
But we'll talk about it offline so we don't incriminate ourselves as criminals.
Maybe I could help you with that. I have a little bit of expertise.
Oh, absolutely, Mrs. Draw. Somebody needs to take the downfall.
I can always use a sidekick.
And then Scam Tunes is here too. He's my neighbor, so we're both in Nebraska.
Yeah. So is Pierogi. Remember, you said he was in Nebraska.
Yep. They used to think that guy Nico Jenkins was the only one who can make Nebraska popular. That in college football, but you got Scam Tunes there, you got Pierogi there. We're all there, so Nebraska's on the map.
Yep, for sure. Nebraska is the capital of scam baiting, y'all.
So,
in case you were wondering.
Again, what time is it? What time is your YouTube stream for people that are not on Discord on Saturday?
11 a.m.
11 a.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
Yep.
And the link is pinned above to your YouTube, and it's on YouTube, right? YouTube or Twitch?
Both, but more people are on YouTube than Twitch. So.
Okay, so since we're on YouTube
so
now,
buffering for me.
Yeah, I know a lot of people prefer YouTube. So the link is pinned above. If anyone isn't subscribed to TakeOut, please make sure you do that, not just for the birthday. But like I said, there's not a ton. There are some, but there's not a lot of scam baiters that are focusing just on the PCH, and I super appreciate it because I personally don't do anything with them. I just feel like I'm overwhelmed to learn one country. I don't feel like I can learn another country or two countries. So I kind of haven't done anything with those. So I really appreciate people that are stepping up and doing that, and you're doing an awesome job.
Thank you.
So we really appreciate that.
And you've just gone to the next level, so you got some subs from being here.
Yeah. So
good.
Yeah,
so more people can go check you out and see you mess with these scumbags.
Yeah, Mr. Takeout, I've got several BMWs 2021 models, but I don't know what to do with. Perhaps we can come up with an idea, a dealership or something like that.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I've got a lot of BMWs, 2022s, and actually just one a 2023 the other day.
Amazing.
So yeah, we can start a dealership.
There you go.
For those that don't know, PCH, you always win a brand new Mercedes Benz.
Oh, cool. Well, let's start the dealership, and then we'll hire people to work at the dealership, and then you can just scam bait all day and have the workers work at the dealership.
Yeah, but don't forget, CJ, we've also got the dealership in the south border of Texas with all the Toyota Corolla 2017 models. They're covered in blood and other residue, and some have lots of bank papers. But yeah, there's lots of Toyota Corollas in south border of Texas.
True. They're cheaper if anyone's looking for a car.
We're not supposed to talk about those cars. They're half off.
Yeah.
Now, but on a serious question, I mean, maybe somebody knows this here or in the chat. The SSA scam has come back a little bit because I do see it on the scammer website boards. I've called it, and they're already so triggered by the time I call it, they're just hanging right up on me. I'm just wondering, are they still using the same script with the Corolla?
Yeah, they are.
Oh my gosh. They can't even come up with a different car?
And I told these guys a year ago they need to at least sell some Camrys. Change it.
Yeah.
You know,
why do they
Camry
pick
or an
that
Avalon
car?
promotion. Why it's going to be a Corolla?
Does anyone know why they picked that one?
I think it may just be a car.
Because
I never have luck with SSA. They're always down by the time I get the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I just like to yell at them and be funny, obviously, but I don't even get that chance. They pick up, they hang up. They pick up, they hang up. It's like they don't say anything by the time I get to them. And I'm sure, like you're saying, the same thing for you. I don't know. It's good. I mean, because I could be a regular victim calling in, but they're so angry. People are just on it, and they're messing with them to the point where they're so triggered.
The reason why it's only Toyota Corollas is because no one has worked out the find and replace button on Word for the script.
Yeah, that could be. That could be. And is it still 22 pounds? Or did they at least change that?
Yeah, I would have thought it would have been kilos.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, just because we say pounds in the United States, when it's drugs, I mean, I think even Americans who don't use that term too much would understand kilos if it was drugs. It sounds more like it's drugs if you say kilos.
Yeah, how many keys?
That's true. I learned all about kgs in India because they talk about kgs a lot, kilometers a lot, Celsius a lot. So it's a good thing I have a bachelor's degree in chemistry because it paid off in India to know all the conversion rates.
Yeah, one day, my dream, obviously, if you've listened before, it's that the whole world will be on the same measuring system, the same time zone. Get rid of this daylight savings time nonsense. People stop being an hour early to work, an hour late to work, getting to sleep an hour more. Let's just keep it all the same.
Take it was, but then everyone decided to leave the mother country.
Well, it's your guys' fault for you're not happy with what you have. Let's go see what else is there. Maybe there's a great big world.
Then we celebrate.
You're discovering all kinds of places. So I'm not taking the blame for that. That's on you.
Yeah, but it was universal. And now you go changing everything.
Universal for like one little tiny country. So, you know.
Yeah, but we talk about flat earthers. The flat atlas was all red.
That is true.
True.
That is true. But
we had some great parties, or not? Well, they have great parties now that they've left.
Now, have you guys always driven on the wrong side of the road, or did that start later?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think, yeah. No. It's funny story, but true. Even last or couple weeks ago, every time I went to the rental car, I got in the passenger seat and I was the driver.
Because you're so used to it.
That would be confusing.
I drove out of the car rental and wondered why people were flashing their lights at me until I realised I was on the wrong side.
I saw that. You made the news. I saw that. That was you?
Yes. That's exactly one of many reasons why I would never drive in India. I would definitely have a head-on crash because I would be on this wrong side of the road.
Or one of the many reasons not to drive with Chester draws.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, CJ, I could always pull the rickshaw.
Yeah, there's not a lot of pulling rickshaws. They're basically like golf carts now, but yeah, you could. You could go back old school, but no, the rickshaws these days are like golf carts. Nobody's pulling them.
That's what I see. Oh, scammer calling me already.
Yeah, I just had one call me too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they're there.
So I'm gonna hop off and a little bit of editing to do, but I'll be in chat.
Yeah, anything else you want to tell everyone? Take out before you go.
Subscribe to Behind the Bars.
Yeah, there you go.
As much as you like TakeOut and TAGOW Media, if you can only sub to one person today, sub to Behind Bars, please. Show her some love.
TakeOut, I missed that. Who have we got to subscribe to?
Behind the Bars. Actually.
Okay, right. I'll look her up. Behind Bars. It's well worth watching. Subscribe to B.
Sorry, Chester.
All right, we'll take out. We'll have you back again soon for like an official takeout day with like lots of like celebration of you as soon as we can get that scheduled. But we super appreciate you coming by, and I will be there on Saturday at 11.
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad that y'all are coming, and I love you all. I'll see you later.
Yeah, love you.
All right, man. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
We'll see you Saturday.
Birthday.
Yeah, he's like going to be 21, I think, on Saturday.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Bye, buddy. Thank you.
Later, bro.
And by the way, I haven't said hi to anyone that's joined us lately, so thank you all so much for joining us. That was Scammer Takeout. His link is pinned above. Chester Draws, I posted his link earlier, but he's also on my main channel. And of course, TAGOW and CJ.
Yeah, I think everyone's already subbed to you.
So we have an announcement to make. Which I don't know if you asked. I don't know if you asked Chester how this would affect him or not. But we could just do him earlier if we need to. But we are changing the official start time of the morning scam show, right? Is that official?
Oh, that announcement? I thought it was the one about Chester being pregnant. 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern time, I think works better for a lot of people. Unfortunately, it's a half hour later for our friends down under, but it's only a half hour. So with daylight savings time, it's in our favor, so you'll still get it early. But I think it just gives people that extra half hour, and it doesn't matter. I mean, people stroll in whenever they want, but you don't need to look for us before 8 o'clock, I guess, is the main thing. Yeah. We're going to make hard start at 8 or a little after 8, not a minute before.
Yeah, we're going to try to start at 8, I mean, we're always open to going over, but the official, goal of an end time will be 10. If we get going though, we can go over a little, but I'm trying to personally get into some type of schedule for one, my health, I have got to like spend more time walking and stuff like that, taking my medicine at certain times. So I'm trying to get into a schedule and a sleep schedule too, like for my own personal health, because I'm just like sleeping 2 or 3 hours, then I'm up, so yeah, I'm trying to get into a schedule. So that's one of the reasons. And we thought too, then y'all will know better to expect us between 8 and 10. Like I said, there might be days where we go over, but that's just like the official time will be 8 to 10, right? That's the way I took our conversation anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's here to stay. It's a little break, and it was nice. But I think 2 hours, twice or 3 times a week. We're definitely doing 2, but we'll talk about doing a third day, maybe a weekend here and there. But I know we have some big names coming up, and Scam Tunes, I believe, will be here Tuesday or Thursday of next week. So everyone should go see Scam Tunes' his work as well. Very funny man. And then hopefully we'll have Behind Bars coming up anytime soon. And I know CJ is working on a couple of the big dogs. So yeah, a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah, and hopefully a sovereign citizen and a flat earther.
And then we definitely need to do something with Chester. I mean, Chester's part of us, and he's always on, but a time where we can just pick you. No funny dad jokes. I mean, we could do a few, but I want to know more about your scam baiting and where it's gone over the last year, and I want people to know how much of a comedic genius you are, and you do so much for other scam baiters, and we'll talk in detail about that. But I definitely want to devote like an hour or 2 just to talking with Chester one day in the near future.
I thought I was doing that now with you, but just changing the subject slightly.
So you're changing the subject.
Yep, behind the bars, as agreed. She's going to appear. She doesn't know it yet, but she has agreed.
Oh, she doesn't know she agreed? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not official in this chat, but it's official in another chat.
She joined us today. She walked into our chat with 468 subs, I believe. She's at 491 right now. We only need 9 more subs. I can call my mom right now and say, Mom, listen, I know I haven't gotten you anything for Christmas in the last 5 years. You desubbed for me because I called a Rundy a bad word. But can you do me a favor and show Behind Bars some love? And she probably will. So I can guarantee you I can get B another sub. So she needs 8 more.
Yeah, but your mom, though, will desub the second she has a rage. Because your mom doesn't like the rage.
No, because B does it very tactfully, very aristocratically, I would say. There's not really any F words there or anything like that. So I think my mom would be a fan.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. I mean, B's not calling them up saying, Hannah, what are you wearing? Is your nickname Winter? You'll be coming soon. She's not dirty like I am. So that's what my mom couldn't handle.
Do you mean horrible, horrible Hannah?
Right.
Yeah.
Vile. Hannah's very vile. So that's why. So I think B will hit 500 before the end of the day. If I could see the future, I would say she'll be at 500. She'll have her community tab in a week, and then she could start sharing all of our videos.
Yeah, you just want her there so she'll share your videos.
But I'm not asking for much. I actually feel good about helping somebody get to the next level because a few people help me, but it's always nice to be able to give back, even in a small way. You had some kind of bet with her where you were going to make her run around naked or something, right?
Yeah, she did. And if she gets to 500,
you're pervert, Mr. Draws, you're a pervert.
And I posted the video as well. Dangly Balls, and he doesn't know it yet, is going to run around naked if B reaches 500.
Oh, you funny Brits.
Cool. That would be great.
If she gets to 500, you're saying we're going to see a video of Mr. Gleeballs running around naked?
Yeah, I've got to tell him, but yeah, that's the plan.
All right, I'm calling my dad now. I haven't got him a Christmas gift in 10 years. I'm going to see Pill Sub.
I've just subbed to B as well. We all like to see Dangly Balls.
Thank you.
And you're making me call all these people that I haven't even spoken to in years.
Yeah. Thank you, Mama Draws.
Mama Draws.
Awesome.
Claire Bear's just asked a question. What's up with an Indian UK Prime Minister? Well, let's see how long he lasts. Currently, the record is 17 days.
Oh, snap. That sounded harsh.
I mean, yeah, I see a lot of stuff coming up on my YouTube because I'm subscribed to all these Indian news channels, but I don't understand what's going on over there. Just change the money, keep it one way, and don't blow anyone up, and live nice. That's my advice for you guys in England.
Thank you very much. We're so proud of you.
You see why I should be president?
Yeah. We're so proud of you, even though you have left a mother country.
Well, you sent us here.
No, they came over on the Mayflower. It was Australia.
Well, yeah, but
it's Australia we sent.
But I come from a family of criminals, and I heard that back then they were sending the criminals on the Mayflower just to explore new land. So I'm a descendant of criminals.
Right. Well, you could be part Australian then.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. I do like to tell people I'm from down under.
That's what she said.
Yes, it is.
All right, cool. So Scam Tunes will be on Tuesday. Awesome.
Nice.
Morning, Joe. And
what up, Joe? Did I see Stephanie Humphreys?
Yep. She just pinned my Twitch, she just commented my Twitch, so I'll pin that. If anyone doesn't follow me on Twitch, I do a lot of my solo streaming there.
Now, when's the last time you streamed on Twitch?
Me? It's been it's probably been like 2 weeks now, because like my last week of it being in India, I didn't stream, and then at the end of the week I came back to the US, and then I haven't this week yet. So it'll, I guess, be today, maybe around 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was because of India, not because of the trial.
Yeah, it was because of India. I didn't even know about the trial till Sunday when I discovered it at the airport. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, I wanted to, because by the way, visiting India is not that cheap. It's pretty expensive. I basically cleaned myself out, so it might be cheap to live there, but it's not cheap to visit there. And so I wanted to enjoy my last week there before I left, and then also the journey home it's hard. It is hard. From the time I left where I was staying till the time I arrived at home was around 30 hours of either airports or planes. So it was rough.
So it's expensive, obviously, to travel, no matter what country you're going to. You got to get the plane and transportation. But where are you saying it's expensive, like to get food and to like visit around, like and things cost money more, or is it what costs more money?
Well, even though the hotels are cheaper there, when you do it long term, it's still expensive, of course.
Well, yeah, because you're not living for free like you've been used to, right?
Yeah, and then
not free, but you pay the rent each month, and then you're good for a whole month.
Yeah,
there you're paying each week a couple $100s or whatever it is.
Yeah, and I spent a ton of money on Ubers because I didn't have. I took like what we say rickshaw sometimes, but they're not that much cheaper than an Uber. They're a little bit cheaper, but. Also, of course, I spent a lot of money on Peter, which I don't regret, but Peter was with me the whole time. So, like, it was extra cost, and believe me, that's not a complaint. I super appreciate it. Like, he gave up several months of his life to ensure that I didn't get lost somewhere. So, I super appreciate it. Yeah, it ended up being an expensive endeavor. Again, not complaining. I just brought that up to mention why I didn't stream that last week, because I wanted to, seize the day, so to speak, while I was in India.
And Peter. So Peter's in India, obviously, and we've had Peter on before.
Yeah.
And he's been in our chat. Just a great young guy, kid.
Yeah.
So he's in India now.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
Right?
He's in India.
Will he come over here ever and visit us? Will he be able to come over here, or is it just too hard?
We're working on it. I'm trying to, there's a conference in January. Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, I went to India and I just came back like in the last few days. There's a conference in January I'm trying to see if he can come over for. If not, he has an appointment at the end of next year for a visitor visa. So hopefully he'll come over and visit, but he's still going to be working with me on my streams, just via Discord instead of in the same room. But he really did a lot. Like there was, I know we didn't do a lot of morning shows, but the few that we did, he came over and let us use his hotspot to try to keep the internet going. He let me use his hotspot for my Twitch streams, and everywhere I went, like when I rode in Ubers, he went with me, because it is a little bit scary to ride in an Uber. Like if someone got off of the routes, I wouldn't really know what to do. Do you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't know we were off the route. I wouldn't know what to do. Right. Also, he like I sent him money and he paid for a lot of stuff with rupees, so I didn't have to get as much money converted. So it was really great having him. So I didn't mean that as a complaint. I was just explaining why I didn't stream for like the last week and a half. So
now, like we take for granted here, right? Like if we would say, okay, I want to go to Australia or India or England, we can just go get a passport, and then we're on a plane.
Right.
In India, people in India can't just say, oh, okay, I'm going to leave India and travel for a little while, right? Like you have to go through some red tape.
Well, it's not really India's fault. It's like America's fault. Like we only have... There's like some countries, we only have a few countries that can come easily, and then other countries that are considered like third world, it's really hard for them to visit America because just basically
they can go to other countries, no problem. It's more of our fault that's the problem, that it's so tough for them to get here.
Well, anyone that lives in like a third world country, they have certain countries that they can travel to easily and freely, but the list is a lot smaller than us because technically it's a third world country, and I think the rationale is people might come to the US and then they might try to stay. So the whole purpose of it is to control like immigration, I guess. Like the theory, I'm not saying this is true, but the theory is US is a first world country, India is a third world country. People that like save up the funds to come to a first world country might not go back. And like that's the whole, I guess that's the theory behind it. So like it's very hard, you have to go through an extensive process to visit and such. So.
And what's a second world country? What's an example of a second world country? I never hear that term.
I don't know. Is there second world countries? Let me Google it.
I don't know.
Florida.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Oh, sorry. So did I say that out loud or just think it?
Well, listen, I was going to say Florida is the second largest city in Cuba, but I'm sure people will get upset. Did I say that out loud? But I mean, I never hear second world countries and never hear fourth world countries. You just hear third world or first world.
Second world countries are countries that are former communist socialists, like Bulgaria, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Mongolia, North Korea, Poland, Romania, Soviet Union, and German Democratic Republic. That's according to Wikipedia.
Now I know.
But yeah, technically India is a third world country. Honestly, Carl Rock did a video about quote unquote it being a third world country. It's not like you're walking through slums all the time there. Everyone's poor. People are just regular people there. They have careers. They go to school. It's normal there. It's not like what we would say, like if you think of third world countries, it's not like everyone's like homeless or everyone's starving. It's not like that. It's just that, yeah, right, Asha. Like they're considered developing instead of developed. I'm sure they have plenty of poor areas. Of course, I only visited 4 cities, so I didn't see all the poor areas, but that define it as third world. But it's not like they're uncultured or all uneducated or they don't have regular careers or anything like that. Like, they're just regular people there, like here, you know?
They're gonna. I mean, they're growing very quick, though. I mean, for a third world country to be at the top of the list of the economy growing, and of course they're going to grow by, I think it's like 7-8% this year. But that's also because COVID happened, so they don't really have a lot to go on. But they're still growing. I mean, there's a lot of jobs. The economy's growing, and unfortunately, there's so many people there, and you do have a lot of rural areas that, like you said, you only saw 4 cities. But hopefully it's whatever the threshold is, they won't be third world for much longer, I would think.
Yeah. And 5 if you consider, I did go to the Taj Mahal in Agra, so I guess I should say 5 cities if you count Agra.
Oh, absolutely.
Sorry, just got to say sorry to Betty. We were only joking.
About what?
She's not our friends anymore.
Oh, because of that Florida comment? I told you not to say that.
Yeah, I know. It's all my fault. I do apologize.
I'll make it up to her. I'll post a link in the... I just posted a link in chat, so...
Yeah. So we got to mention Betty now.
Yeah.
Betty's a great...
We love Betty.
So we dumped B. Betty, you are the best. And in all seriousness, that is true. You are the best.
I mean, who doesn't like Betty Bam Bam? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we can go out. We could have a whole stream dedicated to how wonderful Betty Bam Bam is.
Yeah.
But I think it's redundant because everybody knows. I think everybody knows. And she's got a channel too.
Yeah.
And she doesn't promote it. She just likes to do it for fun. But I mean, her voice is and her content is top notch. So people should go see Betty Bam Bam if they can switch some attention away from our focus today. But and Behind Bars only needs 3 more before she reaches the goal. Which I went to sleep last night and I said I will make sure she's at 5. I will go on hunger strike if she's not at 500 by the end of the day. Of course, I got hungry and had a Twix bar, but it doesn't matter because it's all null and void. She's going to get to 500 in the next 10 minutes, I bet. And then we'll move on to Betty Bam Bam and talk about how amazing she is. Did I say how amazing Betty Bam Bam is?
Yeah.
I don't think you have.
Okay.
Have you?
She is amazing. Yeah, she is amazing. Florida is nice, but they do get a lot of flack from the rest of the U.S. Like, I've heard it called the penis of the U.S., the ball sack of the U.S., because it is super hot, muggy, crowded, but it is a beautiful state. I love, they have some very beautiful beaches there, and I've been to Key West. Key West is super beautiful, so.
Yeah.
Well, come on, though. I mean, you let alligators take over the state and roam around. I mean, you can't get upset if people make jokes. There's alligators down there. It's scary. And plus the heat. So I guess, there's some good points. But, I know alligators in heat, so I stay away.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And also Chester goes there, and Chester doesn't even call me.
Yeah, that's true. But talking about India again, that is one of the largest economies. I'm not sure, but it's definitely in the top 10 of the world. So why third world?
Yeah, well, sure. But being there, I do have one opinion. Again, it's from observation only. I don't have any scientific data. But I do think a lot of the issues that are in India is because the country is way too small for the amount of people they have.
Right. I mean, why so many people? Do they stay having sex?
I guess because they have, 3 times as many people as we have, but only half the space. And you can tell when you're there. Like, there's just people everywhere. Like, it's like a constant Disney World as far as the crowds. Like you're shoulder to shoulder with people when you walk on the street. There's just people. So, and cows too. I'm about to make a short about all the cows because there's just like cows everywhere.
and again, you need to not to beat it to not to beat the goat again, but you mentioned the word cow. I believe behind bars, maybe call somebody a cow in the video. So
snap.
Make sure you go sub to behind bars. Last time.
Snap.
I mean, I can recite the video, word to word for the whole 12 minutes or whatever it was. That's how many times I watched it.
Wow. It must be super good.
Yeah.
If you can hold Take's attention that many times, it must be super good, because it's hard to keep him entertained. He's very hard to please when it comes to entertainment.
The only reason sometimes I'll sit through a Scambaiters video, even if I don't particularly enjoy the content as a fan, I still support what they're doing, and I don't need to love them, but I will watch the video from start to finish just because I know how YouTube works and I want that person to, get the full view. But with hers, I didn't only watch it once, I watched it 3 times because it was that entertaining.
Wow.
But you're right. There's a lot of videos out there I cannot sit through. And it's not to say anything bad about their content. It's about my stupidity. I'm all over the place. So that's why.
Yeah, he's hard to please for entertainment. That's why I never ask him, do you like my video? Because he'll be like, oh, yeah, it was great. And you're like, oh, okay, you're full of shit.
No. I give you very good feedback, and I always love it because it's amazing. So, yeah.
Oh, I understand that, B. There's been there was several videos that I made that I was like, this video is complete crap, and then it has the most views or the most likes. So it is posting videos is really hard. It's easy to be self-conscious about it, I think.
Yeah, I hate every video I put out, and then it's funny, I almost never released one video because I was like, this sucks, and then a few people like it, and you put out another one because it motivates you, and whatever. Everybody likes something different.
Brandon gave me that good tip though. He told me that Brandon from Scammer Payback, Brandon Payback, told me that they don't put out a video until they want to watch it. If you don't want to watch your own video, then don't put it out. And I'm like, well, then I should just delete all of them.